On the tip up, I ain't gonna never be no motherfucker ain't gonna never play with me again, ain't gonna never try to take advantage.
For sure.
Ain't gonna never.
That's for sure what stuck a nail in there. Cause I just feel like I couldn't go no more. I used to run away all type of, I used to just be swearing up and down, I wasn't going. And when I was 12 years old, my 12 years old, my 12th birthday. That's why my birthday is that I don't celebrate my birthday. Never have. Just cause this day I was 12 years old. Wanted to come right there, man. That's one of the people I was staying with. And which one for your birthday? I'm like, yeah. I want to go live with my mama. I was 12 years old, I got a gun on my face and said, boy, you ain't going nowhere. And from right there, that just set me in life like, boy, I ain't going. I ain't going.
Grisham, the crowd
And
cannot wait to witness this.
Just going through all that made me, I ain't gonna lie, it's got its pros and its cons, because it taught me how to stand out on my own and taught me how to like walk my own path and all that. I be seeing, like I said, I see the greater, I see the picture, I see the bigger picture and all that. Even though it's bad, but there's some good that came out of that made me who I am today. Like when I knew how to walk a straight line by myself, I could walk in any room by myself and like one thing twice, bro. I'm stand up and be me, I'll be a man wherever I go. I just, how was it? Like, how was it? Now, when you go in the house, and you see your little boys, man, give me a feeling that I ain't never felt, bro. I ain't gonna never let y'all go through it. I don't want y'all to go through it. It just give me a happy feeling, cause like that's like my safe place. Besides it, it's my safe place, and I just do want to protect them. I don't want you to wake up and say, I want this, and I can't be able to go get it for you. So by any means, before anything said and done, make sure you got it. That should be my main goal. I'm just, that made me feel good. It is funny how that type of make me happy, or that what I be having going on make me happy.
You ever did something or see something on the net when you look back and you say, hey, she might have wanted to call her. If you was tweaking back down. And you ain't gonna say what it was or nothing, but honestly, you ever look back and said, woke up the next day, if you look on it, that was just a little bit.
No. Because I be knowing, just like when you repent. Let's see when you repent. It might sound crazy, but I just don't repent because anything I ever did, I meant. So if I say that's because I meant it. When you post something on Instagram or whatever you post, you see it again, you watch it again before you post it. And if I'm posting that, it's because I meant it. And I can't repent something with God when He knew me before I know myself. So if I tell Him I repent, He knowing I'm on the same thing. I probably just don't. So if I ever did something, I meant it. That's just what it is. I don't got no type of regrets. I even hate the regret word. I hate people who say I regret this. I see the bigger picture. So if it's what it is, I just don't. I don't hell no, I don't look back and say hell no, because if I did, I meant it. And if people don't like it, I want to bring this world for you to like anything I do. And I don't care, because I'm a diamond catch by myself. That's how I see it. How do you know? Now, I am who they don't see, right? What they don't see? What they don't see? You said, no, this ain't that. Yeah. I'm somebody else. They don't see that. They don't see that I'm actually a genuine Christian. Like I'm actually, people see, people got the perspective when they see me, maybe like, oh, he murder, kill, don't play with him, don't. He mean, he woo, but like shit. When you do actually come around, like, he really got a head on his shoulder. He dumb. Like, he really smart. He cool. He be vibing. He don't be on no super tough. I actually like him.
I didn't get that from you when I was at the basketball game.
And that's crazy.
Right in the that's crazy.
You get back.
I think we end up being on the same team.
Well, yeah, and I was MVP. Facts. I was MVP. don't remember that either.
Man, I'm MVP. I knew you was gunning like a fucking an extended clip. Yeah.
Referee calling for seconds out. Unfortunately, this fight is going to get more times.
Nah, for real. Nah, but for real though, I am. They don't see though.
I'm like a rose in the concrete. Like, I know I'm a gift. I know I'm a gift. And like, I just like,
They better start
he still play
respecting
on
each
it.
other's punching
Why
power.
don't we get
Wait a
violence?
minute. Jack
Like,
Dempsey.
that was,
Oh, boy, in
like,
trouble.
it made me angry at times. Because I'd be like, I got a strong time. Damn that. Like, I don't know. It's like,
Well, you know what though? A lot of great ones need that. Be great. But a lot of we need that to be down. We need to be down. You feel what I'm saying? It's not no. You gotta understand.
Heavyweight
Then
championship
came in the
clipped.
game, right? Drake was winning for like
Down goes
20
Jack
something
Dempsey.
years straight, 20 years straight, right?
A big headshot and he goes down. We have got to see that again in slow motion.
Even I've got to say
Dad
that
on
again.
Kendrick
Where did that
might
come
have been God saying, "You're about to lose your spark. Now let me get you your spark back."
For Drake.
Yeah, there you go. Right. Now you got something to spark. Tell you, if you don't.
Yo, what's up, dude? You ready to go?
Dude, I've been ready, bro.
Wait, why are you still using this old car plate adapter?
What talking about? I just got it.
Dude, this thing is so slow. They just came out with the updated one. It's way faster. Hold up, can I get to your phone real quick? Alright, so just click connect smart box, click pair. It has its new update, so it's way faster than the other one. There's zero delay. Alright, just give it a second to pair if your phone does its thing.
Bro, what? This was like way smoother. And once it with my dad.
I know, it doesn't stick out like this other piece of crap. I don't know what they were doing.
So, bro, get that Walmart adapter out of here, bro.
I know, look how much smoother it is. It's crazy.
Technique on that headshot. Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
Now y'all just made hip hop fun. Y'all just won at it. And now you come right back when everybody was down. You come right back with, what did I miss? When I was looking at y'all, looking at y'all, and giving out those verses and looking for y'all, and what did I miss?
Like with the judges' scorecards read, there are
He
no
probably
losers in this one.
needed to go through that to bring that type of back out. You feel what I'm saying? Because he was going in it, singing, giving. Now he back on that. Okay, y'all playing with me?
Back. He back in his bag.
You want me to rap?
Nah, for real.
So sometimes to be truly as great as they gonna be, you need to be doubted. You come from a doubt-you environment. You can't do it. Nick, I'm gonna take advantage of you every chance I get. That's why you so with your chest out.
Well, we have questions, but also one of the things that's time sensitive, I guess we could say. Last night, as we are recording on A&E, another in the series of WWE biography episodes, this being the biography of the Ultimate Warrior.
Of the dark side of the ring. And changed the A&E changed their original schedule so that when they heard what Dark Sides was, so they could get their Warrior show out first. And I see why they're wanting to try to whitewash a little history here with Mr. Warren, portraying him in a positive, motivational light. The week before Dark Side of the Ring tells everybody what they already know about what he was. I would assume, because they're going to tell the truth. I'll be on that one, by the way. But let's talk about the biography first. You know, and maybe I'm biased. You came along a generation later, so maybe I'm more biased. But I lived the 80s as both a dedicated, diehard wrestling fan, which is how I started out the 80s, and still after I got into business, I was still the biggest fan of wrestling in the world. So I started as a fan and then became a professional. And the Ultimate Warrior offended me on both counts. As a fan, you remember, if you don't remember, you remember reading the stuff that was written a few years beforehand. At the time where Warrior was first getting the push, he was the anathema the poison pill to every smart fan in wrestling, the small number there were at the time, because everything he did related to the wrestling business was the shits, except for sell tickets. And it was infuriating to the smart fans, the few sheets that existed, the observer readers, basically, because it's just, you saw the clips on this show to remind you. The work looked like shit, what there was of it. He couldn't go 10 minutes or the fucking people would start throwing shit. He had to get in and get out. And what he did looked horrible. The promos were incomprehensible. The whole gimmick was, as the show also illustrated, aimed at kids, because all of the talking heads, almost none of them actually knew him, worked with him, or were even adults when he was on top. They were all saying, yeah, when I was 9 years old, the Ultimate Warrior was the greatest.
Let's talk about Dempsey in that last round. Is there any way back into this fight?
Five guys, we don't have any
so
phrases. So you could...
Greatest.
Great work. I love that.
So the fans, and I won't even say all smart fans, people also forget that at that point in time specifically, the WWF and WCW had two different fan bases. Of course, there were always crossovers with some people just watched anything with ropes and turnbuckles. There were very distinct fan bases that came from WCW being a more southern product and the WWF coming from the Northeast. So at one time they had completely distinct fan bases. Then cable changed that somewhat. But for all the reasons that we've mentioned, that Vince McMahon, the WWF, the national expansion, they didn't draw in certain parts of the country, like the Carolinas, or Tennessee, Texas, places with really strong local promotions, not just because the local promotion was so strong, but because a lot of those people, and I would hear from them, when I was walking into the building, unsolicited, I would hear from a lot of these fans. They thought the NWA was the adult product, was more serious, was real, however they phrased it. The WWF was cartoon, it was phony, it was too show busy, however they phrased it. So those fans that Hogan worked because Hogan could also work, and Hogan could talk and connect with people. The other bodybuilders in wrestling, and we can talk about them here in this discussion here in a few minutes, had varying degrees of success depending on whether they ever tried to and accomplished learning to work or not. But Warrior, would you say, Brian, was really the first total Vince McMahon creation out of whole cloth? This guy looks great and is in no other way suited to be in this business, but we're going to push him and we're going to smash him over, and because of the look and the style that I'm creating, it's going to work. He was the first everybody else had come from a territory where they'd spent some time, they had some experience. This guy, he just, I know the Warrior had worked 6 weeks in Memphis and been in Dallas for 4 months or whatever the fuck, but he pretty much just smashed this guy over with no help from the guy because the guy didn't know what he was doing. Would that be the first notable case of Vince doing that?
I don't know. I think that's a little harsh towards what the Ultimate Warrior, Jim Hellway, did bring to the table.
What did he bring to the table?
I mean, to play that role and for it to work in that role, like you said, you and I have different perspectives on this based on our age and when we started watching wrestling. You may not realize, but I don't know how many people could have pulled that off and done what he did in his bizarre way.
Well, no, I'm not saying that somebody else could have done it, but the look, nobody else looked like that. Especially
Vince wanted Tom McGee to be that guy. And it's interesting to think about the fact that he went with Warrior.
But we'll go back and look at the tapes, though. The one thing that Warrior had that McGee didn't have was Warrior looked like he was going to have a stroke Every time you saw him, he ran to the ring, he shook the ropes, he did all his shit, he ran in place. That's why he was always blown up. He had no cardio anyway, but he couldn't go fucking 8 minutes because he's having a goddamn